Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:49. How do you make a 9 with your hands? At 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to our boy DZ. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys saw in chat, the SEC. I did see, I saw Gary Ginsler running out of the studio real quick, and I was like, dang it, Gary, get out of my studio. Stop. He just comes in here and he unplugs stuff and plugs it into the wrong hole. And he goes, Frankie Candles ain't going live today. But listen, Gary, I have a background in fixing live streams, okay? Well, I don't know why I said that. But yeah, listen, you ain't taking down the Frankie Candles live stream, Gary. Get out of here. Dang, guy. Somebody take care of him. But guys, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in. We got another amazing show for you tonight. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. I see all the green names in chat. And guys, we got a lot of really good stuff to look at today. Shout out to anybody who was in the live stream last night. Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a pump right now, but we've wound up breaking down out of our sideways range, which was basically what we were expecting yesterday. As you guys know, we did have that ascending triangle forming on the chart, but the indicators are pointing down, guys, and I kind of took a leap of faith there. I was like, listen, I'm going with the indicators right now. Not impossible for this ascending triangle to break up, but with the money flow coming out, with the bear divs confirmed, on the higher hourly time frames, with that daily bear div printing, I had to lean a little bit bearish, put the trust in the indicators, and listen, if we were wrong, it's okay, right? You missed that one. You missed that one opportunity, and you'll catch the next trade. But guys, we did get that breakdown. Just goes to show the power of confluence, right? You had the ascending triangle, but other than that, there wasn't many bullish confirmations. I've been saying this a lot today as I've been on Ben's show, and I did the morning market update. Shout out to anybody who saw that morning market update. But yeah, it's kind of like. There was only really the ascending triangle, right? There really was no bullish confirmations backing that up. But on the bearish end, guys, we had money flow coming out. We had confirmed bear divs on the higher hourly time frames. Money flow coming out on the higher hourly time frames. We were testing key resistance. And on top of that, we had that daily bear div starting to print. Definitely more of a bearish look than anything. And, even if there were bullish signs, there were way more bearish signs. That's the reason why I was leaning more bearish. And honestly, a lot of that had to do with just the money flow, guys. Money flow very, very rarely lies. But we are getting a nice little bounce here. So we're going to be taking a look at that, guys. Are we getting a bounce from here back up to 25K? Are we going to break that 25K level and then get up into that 28 to 30K level? Or is this just a small retrace before a bigger move to the downside? We're going to be covering it all, guys. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at those key levels. We'll also be taking a look at those altcoins towards the end of the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on that wheel of pain and pleasure where you guys will have multiple chances to win maybe a Heikinashi, pink and blue Heikinashi Frankie Candles or CandleMafia hat. Doesn't say Frankie Candles on it, just CandleMafia. But yeah, guys, maybe we'll give away one of these. Maybe we'll give away one of these. But for sure, we'll definitely be giving away crypto and some signed copies of Ben's new book, Catching Up to Crypto. And guys, with that being said, I do want to say, these hats have never been closer. Somebody commented on the hat today while I was on Blockchain Basement saying, hey, Frankie, that hat is boss. Bro, where can I get one? Guys, we've never been closer to getting these hats on the site. We actually have samples of the hats in the studio. And they're high quality, guys. I think we're going to lock it in and get them on the merch website, on the Hit merch website ASAP. And shout out to Chem Bro. Chemistry Bro, I know you're looking for those hoodies, bro. Those are also in the works amongst a bunch of other merch. But, guys, we have a lot to talk about today. So before we jump into it, I just want to give a huge shout out. Before I do, is Crypto Pollo in here? I think I saw Dave Digital. Dave Digital and Crypto Pollo, let me know if you're in the chat. Also, shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, Dave, Frankie just fakes you out. Lol. Yeah, guys, I like I told you, I caught Gary running out of the studio. I tried to chase him, and he just, slithered away. I think he jumped into a sewer or something. But anyway, with all that being said, guys, let me know if Dave Digital and the Bitcoin Chicken are in the house. Dave Digital, there he is. Well, without further ado, guys, while we wait for them to show their faces, let's go ahead and say what's up to the Candle Mafia. Look at all the green names in here. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Hannah King and Kenton and Crypto and Yogurt and everybody who gifted all the Frankie Candles memberships. Tons of green names in here. Super cool to see. Tons of custom emojis. Let's get it. I absolutely love it, guys. But let's go ahead and say hi to the Mafia. Safe Moon Army, what is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you. Leroy, what is going on? SEC is Pitbull for Biden. Shout out to Leroy. Crypto DGen, what is going on? Medi Batak says BTC cow, not Bitcoin chicken, but Bitcoin cow. Let's go. Shout out to Medi. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. Metabice, what is going on? Hey, Dave Digital says, make it rain in this mofo. Shout out to Dave Digital. Guys, this is really, I want to say hi to the Candle Mafia, but really special shout out to Dave Digital and Crypto Pollo, guys. Listen, guys, throw in the money. Throw in the money, guys, like this. That's a thing of the past, guys. That's a thing of the past because Dave Digital and Bitcoin Chicken or Crypto Pollo got us an amazing. I'm absolutely blown away, guys. I'm absolutely blown away. You guys are crazy. Dave Digital, Crypto Pollo, and all the Candle Mafia, you guys are crazy. The support you show is absolutely insane. But, guys, look what Dave Digital sent us. Look at this thing. First off, it's a money gun. So, first of all, money guns are cool, guys. Sometimes you got to shake them up a little bit. But, guys, do you understand how much fun we're going to have with this thing? Guys, we have a money gun now. And but not only that, guys. He's got the Candle Mafia on the side of it. He's also got a Bing Bong on the other side. Branded colors, guys. Dave Digital and Crypto Pollo do not mess around. We got the Bing Bong on the side, the Candle Mafia. And not only that, we got the Frankie Candles logos on the top. And not only that, they put the thought into it. The arrows are pointed up, down, and sideways because the Candle Mafia be cashing out those bagels, whether the price is going up, down, or sideways. We're making money, guys. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. We now have an official money gun, and it's already 1,000 times better than throwing it with our hands. Dave and Crypto Pollo, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. This is going to be a very, very big part of the show now, and it's super dope. You guys are absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys so much. God, you guys are dope. You guys are dope. We needed this money gun so bad, and it's branded. You guys branded it. That's amazing. Really, I mean, guys, it doesn't get much better than the Candle Mafia. Shout out to you guys, and on top of that, while we're giving kudos to Crypto Pollo and Dave Digital, shout out to Kenton Smith for gifting another 10 Frankie Candles memberships. You're crazy, bro. Kenton Smith showing up and showing out, bro. Shout out to you, man. I really do appreciate you. But Dave Digital, dude, come on, bro. Thank you so much. Crypto Pollo, you're the man. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Tony D says Dave Digital made the graphics and Pollo sent the gun. They also had some insanely high quality stickers. Yeah, guys, look at these Candle Mafia stickers. Maybe we'll give some of these away too in our merch packs, or if someone wins a giveaway or a book or something. We don't have too many of them. They sent us a bunch, but maybe once in a while, maybe we'll throw a special edition Dave Digital Crypto Pollo sticker on your merch giveaway. But yeah, just wanted to say huge shout out to Dave Digital and Crypto Pollo. They've been huge supporters of the channel, as a lot of you guys are, as Kenton Smith, donates 10 memberships. Really, guys, thank you so much for sending that. I love getting physical mail from you guys. They sent me a nice little note. Super, super dope. I love you guys both. Thank you so much. Shout out to you guys. Candle Mafia rocks. Let's get it. Shout out to Thesis himself. Says every pump is a bearish retest for Boomer Coin. Thesis, I like the way you think, bro. I like the way you think. But guys, we got a whole lot to take a look at today. So what is going on? No way, Jose. Shout out to El Tamino. Shout out to Dave Digital with the shroom in the heart, bro. I love you back, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to Kristen. Shout out to Nomad Dad, Alcoholic Anonymous. And shout out to Indiana Candles for the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Candle Mafia, if you hang out on a live stream, you probably only need to show up to 1 or 2 of them to get a free membership from one of the Candle Mafia members. There's Crypto Pollo. That's how we roll, family. The Pollo and the Candle Mafia all day. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Guys, One more time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. You made my day. I got in this morning. Tony gave me that package, and you guys made my day. I was smiling ear to ear. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Crypto Killer Whale. Bro, you were in the the basement, right? What is up, bro? Thank you for being here. I saw you in chat. Shout out to Anthony Soprano. Jay-Z. He's not talking about 2 Jay-Z like a Supra, but he's talking Jay-Z like Hove. Shout out to you. I don't know how I think of this stuff, guys. Indiana Candles, thank you so much for those gifted subs, man, or gifted memberships. Jessica and Kuza can bump it in the house. Jessica's our resident female CandleMafia representative. And shout out to MBF Forum and Hannah King, as always. Welcome in. Thank you for being here, guys. We got a whole lot to look at on the charts. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we go, guys. Today's energy is brought to you by Premier Protein. Premier Protein, guys. Don't forget to drink your protein. Woo, baby, let's go. Now we're amped. Let's get it, boys. All right, here we go. Diving on into the price action, guys, what the heck is going on with Bitcoin? Let's go ahead and turn that TA off real quick and zoom in just on the price action. Now, guys, coming up to those higher time frames, John Davis, welcome to the muscle, my friend. Welcome to the Candle Mafia. Thank you for getting that membership. I do appreciate you, my man. But, guys, taking a look at the higher time frames here, specifically the weekly, VWAP is cooling off, right? We looked at this yesterday. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. VWAP cooling off, coming to the downside, looking for that red dot on our momentum wave here. Probably going to start printing maybe in the next 2 weeks, I would say. I don't know if we're going to get it in the next week. Checking those regular candles to see if there's any difference here. No, basically looking at the same thing. But yeah, go back to those Heikinashi candles. But yeah, guys, in the longer term, still remain bullish, right? I still remain bullish in the longer term. Market structure looks good on the weekly. We're making higher highs. It's looking pretty good, right? But that red dot on the weekly is something we have to keep an eye on, because once that prints, we are likely to get a move to the downside, or a more sizable move to the downside, right? Tim Brooks says, pump party pants on. Pants on, lol. Frankie gone the wrong way again. Shout out to Tim Brooks. But yeah, weekly, just waiting for that red dot. And once that happens, it is likely that we will get some form of a move down. 6 day, kind of the same thing. And then you guys will know we were looking at that 5 day, saying, this is kind of why, another reason why we're remaining bullish longer term is the money flow is generally coming up on the higher time frames, right? If we just grab our brush tool, and we just kind of follow the trend here, we are trending to the upside with some nice curvature on the last quarter of that money flow wave, right? So a lot of times, we see nice curvature on that last 25% of the money flow here, and a lot of times that winds up crossing over to the green and giving us a move to the upside, right? Green dot confirmed on your 5 day. Taking a look at that 4 day, green dot has confirmed, right? We were printing it the other day, and now it has confirmed. But, guys, I was talking about this on my morning market update, and just taking a look here, VWAP looking kind of floppy here, right? We came up, printed that green dot, and now we are coming straight back down towards that zero line, looking to potentially pull a VWAP flop where you print that green dot and immediately print that red dot right after. Too soon to tell, right? We have a whole 4 days for this to develop. This could easily come back up to the upside. If we get a pump overnight or, later tonight, we could easily see that start to come up and stand straight up. But, as of right now, that is looking like it wants to flop back over to the downside. Looking at your 3 day, kind of the same thing. VWAP starting to flop over. And then coming down to our 2 day. Very, very, very close to printing a red dot here, guys. And if we do print that red dot here on that 2 day, we would be putting in a bearish divergence on the 2 day time frame, which would likely become a very powerful, or at least somewhat of a strong signal to indicate a move to the downside, right? We could try to go ahead and back test this. I don't remember the last time we had. Here is likely a divergence. Yeah. This was our last 2 day bearish divergence, was essential. I mean, it was the actual top of the market, essentially, right? So you have your higher highs and then your lower highs on your momentum waves with your money flow coming out. Now, obviously, this is a different time in the market. Not expecting, another, 75% meltdown. But that we could potentially put that bearish divergence in on the 2-day, in which case, with money flow coming out, in which case that would be a much more bearish sign, 100%, right? Whether it plays out or not is another thing, but it's definitely a bearish sign and would indicate a big move down, or at least some kind of a sizable move down. And then, guys, this was one of those major things we were looking at that was kind of making me cling to the bearish narrative, right? I'm not going to lie. Last night, I was kind of like, I would kind of be, it would be disingenuous for me to come on here and just root and rant, root and holler for that ascending triangle without giving you guys the warning signs that were popping up on the chart. And that main warning sign we were looking at was this red dot on the daily starting to print a bearish divergence here, right? On the daily. These are high time frames. The 2-day, the daily, bearish divergences on time frames like this typically play out well. So that was kind of another thing that was making us feel bearish, but it wasn't just the bearish divergence. Again, if you guys watched my market update earlier this morning, I went over this. It wasn't just the bearish divergence that was making us bearish. It was coming down to these lower time frames, 16-hour money flow coming to the downside. That is some confluence. 12-hour money flow coming to the downside. Our 10-hour is now in the red. This is the confluence that we were looking at that was making us feel a little bit bearish, right? Coming on down, again, we have the 8-hour bearish divergences confirmed, the 10-hour bearish divergences confirmed. So the writing was on the wall there, guys, and I'm not going to lie, I felt kind of crazy yesterday because everybody was looking at that ascending triangle to the point where even me, I hear it enough times like, dude, why do you think we're going to break the range, dude? There's an ascending triangle, and, for some reason, I just started like, man, everybody's feeling super bullish, and it just goes to show the importance, guys, of sticking to your TA, going with the higher probability outcome. Yes, the ascending triangle was there, and I don't want to take credit away from it because it was an ascending triangle, right? It's not like it wasn't a strong ascending triangle or something like that. That could have easily played out to the upside, but there was way more bearish confirmations than bullish confirmations, right? It was basically an ascending triangle versus multiple higher time frame bearish divergences with multiple time frames having money flow coming out, and even the BitLab trading stack was also looking very toppy on the daily. We had this big red wave. Your relative extrema was looking to come back to the downside. So this was just there were multiple things pointing to the downside with just a couple of things pointing to the upside. So looking for this red dot to confirm on the daily in about 54 minutes. This is going to be, if this confirms, that would definitely be a very bearish sign. Looking for the money flow crossovers into the red on the 12 and 16 hour. Like I said, that 10 hour is already confirmed in the red. But as we work our way down to the lower time frames, there are some things popping up indicating a potential local bounce, right? So let's go ahead and come down to these lower time frames and start to break down what we're looking at on the lower time frames, right? So let me go ahead and pull up our other chart. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. I think it's this one. Here it is, right? Boom. So let me just go ahead and actually pull this volume. As you guys can see, we have our value area high, our POC, and our value area low. And let me just go ahead and pull this actual volume so we can get the exact levels because sometimes they move. This is pretty spot on. Just move that a little bit. POC did move down. So there we go, right? So this is our range with the accurate levels. I'm going to clean it up a bit by deleting that. I'm going to get rid of this local golden pocket as well, right? So we have broken down out of our value area low, guys, and we did come up to a level that is not on this chart, but we did have it on the other chart, so I'll just throw it in there like this. We deviated out of our value area, and again, our value area is the area between the value area high and the value area low. Right, so this is where price wants to trade. We finally deviated out of the range, bearishly retested, broke down, and came down to our next level. And guys, we were looking for longs here. We were looking for shorts up here. I was short from the top of this value area high. And guys, I went to take profit on blockchain basement. The Fed minutes came out. I went to take some profit on my short, and I closed the whole dang thing. So I'm out of my short. Not the worst thing in the world. We did get a nice little pump, but I did get into a long position. Unfortunately, it was a little bit of a rush today. As you guys know, I came on muted because I was rushing, but let me just go ahead and pull that trade up on my phone. I think I should be probably pretty good in the green here. Yeah, there we go. Up about 13% on this long. I'll try to log in. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but There you go. Oh, you can see the green. There you go. You can kind of see it. Up 30. Did I say 38%? No, I think I said 13%, right? Well, up about 14% right now on that long position. Did give that alert out in the premium Discord, guys, to go scalp long from this level. And actually, I don't know if I put this in there, but, a great place to look to take some profits would be the bearish retest of that local value area low. But I kind of want to talk about this for a second, guys, because we were short from the value area high, expecting to come down, first of all, to the POC, and then eventually make our way down to the value area low. Sometimes I feel like I talk about this, and there may be some people out there, maybe I'm wrong. I probably would think this if I was watching these live streams. Like, this guy's always talking about the value area low, the value area high, and I just like to point out that almost every time that we take a look at this and we get a good rejection off that value area high, almost, like I would say 8 or 9 times out of 10, you do come right down to the POC, like a meme. Right to the POC, right? And then eventually you might get some wonky price action, but eventually you come down to kiss that value area low. And the reason I bring this up, guys, is because this is a very, very profitable way to trade. You look for shorts at the value area high, you ride it to the POC, maybe you take some profits here, maybe you don't, depending on your own risk tolerance, and then eventually you are expecting to get a move down to your value area low, which you got right here, where you can either close your whole trade or just take a little bit of profit, take partial profit, and then leave some in the trade in case you break down and wind up deviating away from that range. You can gain a little bit more. If this winds up breaking down in a big way, you get in at a great entry point. Now, like I said, I did wind up closing the whole position. I believe it was down here. And then I wound up closing it. I was like, oh, God, I only wanted to take profit. But then I just went long, right? So then I flipped it long because we saw some specific things that were making us think that we could get a little bit of a local scalp here. And it did play out absolutely beautifully, right? As you can see here. But yeah, definitely, if you guys, anyone in the premium Discord, if you guys are in that position, may not be a bad place to maybe shave some profits or close your whole position, right? If you're feeling bearish, we're going to break that down in just a second, how I'm feeling. But, hey, if you got enough profits, you got to pay yourself, right? So definitely not a bad place to start looking to lock in some profits. Money flow coming back up on that 30-minute as well. 15-minute looking pretty good here as well. Money flow crossing over into the green. And something I'm watching here for that local bounce, I think I said it in the Discord potentially. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Flat Smack. Yes, you're green. Shout out to Yasha Toss. You are indeed green. Guys, we got 1,140 people in here, only 200 and something likes. Smash that like button. We're going for 1,000 likes on today's stream. If we get 1,000 likes, I will spin that wheel 20 times, in which case we might have to close down the channel because I don't know if we have enough crypto to give away because this is going to be our biggest giveaway in a long – I think this might be our – all-time biggest giveaway on the channel on Friday. So get ready for that, guys. And yeah, going for 1,000 likes. Smash out that like button if you want Bitcoin to pump back up. But continuing on here, guys, we did come down to this level, got that nice little bounce. Bearish retest on the value area high. Money flow crossing over into the green on the 15-minute. Now, I do think we can get a little bit of at least a little bit of a short-term bounce here. And the reason being is because look what we have going on, right? You have the VWAP coming up on your 4-hour, looking for that green dot. And then again, lower time frames, right? Typically, when you get the green dot on your 4-hour or these medium hourly time frames, God, I hope my computer doesn't go down. It's getting warm here in Atlanta, guys. So I think my computer's feeling the heat. When you get these medium hourly time frame green dots and then you get the 10-minute money flow looking across into the green, you're getting that 12-minute money flow looking across over into the green, looking for that 15-minute money flow to cross over into the green, typically that can give us a decent little pump to the upside. So as of right now, guys, the level to get above if we want things to continue up here, basically what we would be looking at is obviously retesting this value area high. If we can get back above this level and decisively hold it as support, we would expect a move back up to our POC, potentially flip that to support, move back up to our value area high. And I stress so much that you guys, if you're going to pay attention to any part of this live stream, please pay attention to this part because we were saying the same thing in the opposite direction when we were approaching up here, right? And what happened? We wound up coming down to the POC, bing-bonging around, and then eventually came down to that value area low. Now we are looking for almost the exact same thing, except we have to get back into this value area. So we get back up here, flip that to support. POC would likely be your next stop. flip that to support. Likely your next stop would be the value area high coming in at about 25K. And at that moment, if we do get back up there, guys, this is where we will be, again, tapping on that low volume gap all the way up to that 28 to 30K level, right? So pretty exciting stuff if we can get back in, if we can get accepted back into this area of balance or this value area. So that is this value area low is going to be very important. We'll probably find out if we're going to flip it at some point on the stream. We'll have to see. We will keep an eye on it. But again, with that 4-hour red dot, with that 2-hour snake eyes, right? 2-hour snake eyes. 1 hour, we had snake eyes and somewhat of an exaggerated divergence, right? Now, we don't talk about this a lot on the channel, guys, but this is worth noting, right? We do have somewhat of an exaggerated divergence, and by exaggerated, what I mean is with these, you have your lower lows on your price action, right? So you have your lows, your lower lows, and then instead of getting lows and higher lows on your oscillator, basically what happens is you get your equal lows, right? So you have equal lows on your oscillator with lower lows on your price action. This does still count as a divergence. However, it typically is, it typically is. What is the word I'm looking for? They're typically a weaker divergence, right? They're not, you would rather, if you want to see this play out a big way, you would rather see this wave be a higher low, right? But when you have those equal lows, you could still see it play out as we are right here. And then, but, so they still can play out. They're just typically not as strong and sometimes can wind up being false signals. But in this case, this one is starting to play out. Shout out to everybody in the premium Discord, or the kitchen, as I like to call it. But there you go. I don't remember exactly. I think what I had here was, I think this was the take profit, honestly. I don't know if I gave other take profits other than just up against this value area low to take some profits. So nice little 2% scalp. Not a bad time to shave some profits. And then, if you want to shave some profits or close the whole position, if you think we're going to get rejected. But if you think that 4-hour green dot can give us a bigger move up, which I think would be possible, maybe shave a little bit of profits. And then your next, your next likely smart take profit would be that POC, because if you get accepted back into that value area, it would be likely to make it up to your POC. And let's see if we have any confluence there. You might have some confluence. Look at that. You got your golden pocket coming in right at that POC. So again, that would definitely be a great place to go ahead and take some more profits at that point of control, right? Just a nice little scalp, nothing too crazy. But there you go, guys. Again, value area low. This is the key level. We get back up there, opens up the door to come up higher. Now, the reason why I'm not really getting too excited, guys, is because you come up to these higher time frames, and this still looks pretty bearish, right? Now, not saying you can't get it. We would need a VWAP flip here. If we could get a VWAP flip and have money flow come back up on the 16-hour, I'm going to tell you this right now. Here's the bullish case, right? The bullish case is we either don't come into the red or we dip into the red very slightly here, and then we come back up into the green, into a bigger green wave. And while that happens, we would also need an immediate confirmation of this red dot with an immediate VWAP flip back to the upside with an immediate green dot. Very similar to what we had right here, but in the opposite inverse, right? So we have a red dot, and then we want a green dot rather than a green dot and a red dot, right? So in order to get a big move up here, we would need to really start to invalidate this little daily bear div that we have here with our higher highs on our price action, lower highs on our momentum waves, right? But if that doesn't get invalidated, guys, this is why, with the money flow still coming out on the 12 and the 16 hour, the daily red dot looking to confirm very soon, and the 2-day bear div looking to confirm or looking to print here. I am not getting too excited on the bullish end of things, right? But in the shorter term, right, we got a nice little trend down, right? So it wouldn't be unlikely to get a short-term bounce here. We're starting to crack that value area low, but it wouldn't be impossible to get a little short-term bounce before coming up, making a lower high, and then eventually getting a bigger move down. But it's all going to depend on if this daily bear div plays out. So really, if we want it to continue up, we need that VWAP flip. We need the money flow on the 16-hour and the 12-hour to start coming back up into the green. But as of right now, again, 10-hour money flow coming into the red. We need all this money flow to come back up into the green, or it's not going to, where we could wind up seeing this thing come down a bit more. And we're going to talk about, if we do come down more, we're going to talk about where exactly I think price can go to in just a second. But before that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I have a fan blowing on me. I'm going to move it to my computer because I have a feeling my computer is getting very hot. So give me 1 second here. – All right, there we go. Shout out to Andy D. Said gifted 1 Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go. Shout out to Andy D. I appreciate that. And hey, Biomex got it. Let's go. Shout out to Biomex. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that, Andy, and I know Biomex does too. Hey, Biomex, welcome to the muscle. Let's go. Shout out Brad Guidell showing love. Let's get it. Crito Pollo says, yeah, Biomex, you win. Let's go. Oh, God, the gifted memberships, guys, are too fun. But, yeah, let's talk about, guys, where I think price can break down to if we get a bigger move down, right? And the obvious place that I will be looking at is going to be right here. Let me just pull this money, throw that back there. But the major level I would be looking at here, guys, will be the POC of our more macro range, right? And again, this was another reason why I was expecting more of a rejection from this level, because not only was this a local value area high, right? This local value area high from this range of candles, right? From here to there, right? We have our value area high up here, but it was also our macro value area, right? So your local value area is right here. You tested that value area high. You would expect to move down to your value area low, but when you zoom out, you're actually in this bigger value area, and you were testing that value area high as well. So now, looking at this value area, this more macro range here, we would expect to get a rejection back down. Because we rejected the value area high, we would expect a rejection back down. And the next likely place for price to go, once you cannot get back above that value area high, would be the point of control, which is coming in right here at about $23,000 even. So I was actually saying this on my morning market update, and that was basically, I would love to get a breakdown to that $23,000 level before continuing higher. It would be, I would feel very, very comfortable if we had bullish confirmations at that level going long. So no guarantees that we get down there, guys, but again, just going by the laws of the volume profile, if you reject that value area high, likely, and you cannot get back above it, you could see we tried to get it back above here, rejected, 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 rejected. We tried so hard. And then we got the big breakdown of the local range, and now we would be technically, due to the rules of the volume profile, expecting to come down to 23K. If we do get down there, right, and we lose that level, I would expect to come down to your value area low, and that is coming in at $21,700. Now, no guarantee we get down there. No guarantee we even get down to 23K, but again, just based off the volume profiles, which are not 100% accurate. Nothing is, but these are, these are very, very, very reliable for the most part. So it's definitely probable that, or there's a decent probability that we will make it down there. So yeah, that is basically, that's the major key level I'm looking at is 23K at that point of control is going to be the major level I'm looking for a bounce. And again, this level here at $23,631 about is going to be a major level that you would want to hold as well. And then if you pull up your VPVR, you could see we do have a little bit of a gap down here. And you want to remember, guys, typically, price will be attracted to the highest volume node, right? That's why price kind of clings to this area. You can see we clung here for quite some time. It's because price is, it sticks to these high volume nodes, right? And it also aids in the growth of that high volume node. So you'll just see, anytime you're looking at these volume profiles, you'll notice that price will likely cling to a lot of these high volume nodes. Anytime you have a big spike in volume, you'll see price likes to hang out there, right? So you can even see it right here. You have a little bit of a high volume node right here. And you kind of bing bong around and you stick around that level as well. So again, right now, if we break this level at 23,631, that's going to be your most important level of support at this moment, because if you break down here, you obviously have a little spike of volume right here. But other than that, you kind of have a gap from below this level all the way to the next highest volume node, which is down here at that point of control at 23K. That's why I'm looking at that level. I'm not just, I didn't just pick that level randomly and say, hey, I feel good about this level. There's an actual technical reason why we're looking to go down there, right? So those are the main levels I'm looking at. And again, short-term bounce, definitely not unlikely here. Again, with the snake eyes and the exaggerated bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. And then also 4-hour green dot, money flow coming up on the lower time frame. So again, bounce to the upside is not unlikely. And yeah, that is what I'm looking at, guys. But with the money flow continuing out on the 4-hour, continuing out, crossing over on the 10-hour, crossing over on the 8-hour as well, and that 16-hour and 12-hour money flow coming out with that daily bear div, especially if this confirms. On top of the 2-day bear div, I am still in the medium term probably going to lean a little bit more bearish. So I am expecting a short-term pump. I am in that scalp long right now, but again, expecting it to be a small retrace before another move down, which is essentially the same exact sentiment that we had yesterday, right? Where were we yesterday expecting a move up? I forget. I think it might, what was yesterday? Yesterday was the 21st at about, let's see, probably 7 p.m. Yeah, what time was this? This was 3 a.m. Yeah, I don't know exactly where we were. It could probably come down to a lower time frame. Let's see, 6 p.m. Yeah, so probably, maybe it was right here that we were talking about this, saying, hey, we could get a slight move to the upside in the short term, but because of the way the money flow looks and all the other things I just mentioned just now, I would expect it to be a small retracement before a continued move to the downside. So kind of the same sentiment there, as I do think we can get a move up, but again, not expecting anything too big because those higher time frames are looking still a little bit more bearish. Again, weekly VWAP also cooling off, right? So it'll likely take some time for that to play out, for the weekly to play out, but you have to remember that is also looking to cool off too. So although you might not get a move down based off of this right now, in the next week or two, maybe even 3 weeks, you could eventually see that start to show itself. So there you go, guys. That is basically how I'm feeling about Bitcoin for the most part. Shout out to the 1,265 people in here. Real quick, guys, before we jump into Ethereum, I do just want to check that SPY, and actually we got to check this SPY chart because this is the actual updated one. As you guys know, we have been expecting this move on the SPY. I talk about this more on the morning show than I do on our show, but taking a look here, guys. We were expecting this rejection from this local golden pocket, looking for a retest of this trend line that we finally broke out of. So this breakout was bullish right here as we broke that long-term trend. But now we're looking for a bullish retest of that trend line. And the reason why it would make sense to come down and test here would be because we do have that point of control coming in here, and it is coming in at about, 395.49. So this would be a really, really good place to look for the SPY to come down and get a nice little bounce off of. So maybe Bitcoin wiggles its way a little bit lower, and then as the SPY starts to take off, we could see Bitcoin follow. And then real quick, checking in on that DXY, guys. As you know, we were looking at this yesterday, right? Taking a look at that DXY. We were looking at a potential push above this point, above this golden pocket. Money flow on the 12 hours crossing into the green. Money flow on the 16-hour looking to cross over into the green. That daily money flow was coming up. The 4-hour money flow was in the green. These were making us think that we were going to potentially get that push up above this golden pocket. Still looking for this to decisively hop up here, flip that to support, in which case we could see this wind up pumping a little bit up into the next major level. I don't know if we'll make it this high, but the next major level I have is at about 106.271. But yeah, shout out to anybody who thinks that bearish divergences don't play out on the DXY. I don't know. Looks like they play out to me. But on top of that, guys, I do also, real quick, shout out to, I forget who asked for it yesterday. They were asking us, was it 84 Reckless maybe? I'm not 100% sure who it was, but they were asking us to look at the USDT dominance. And guys, it was looking a little bit bullish yesterday. Another reason why we were leaning bearish last night was because the USDT dominance, what were we looking at? That 16-hour and that 12-hour money flow coming over into the green, giving us confluence, basically looking inverse to Bitcoin. And then we were looking for that little tiny bullish divergence, very, very weak, if you will, kind of an exaggerated bullish divergence, kind of similar to what we have on the 1 hour on Bitcoin, where you have flat, equal lows on your price action with higher lows on your oscillator, but somewhat of a bullish divergence here. So that we were expecting a little bit of a green candle here. Just another, guys, confluence. And even on top of that, guys, if you're looking at the volume profiles, you could get very, very good insight just from looking at the volume profiles anyway. So, between all that, you're able to make an educated guess, but just understand, shout out to Dave Digital, just understand that just because you get all those confluences, there's going to be times where the charts are screaming go down or screaming go up. You're going to have a list of bullish confirmations and no bearish confirmations. You're going to be like, hey, this is a pretty safe bet to go long. And sometimes it just won't play out. That's just part of the game. That's part of trading. Nothing's 100%. That's why risk management is really the name of the game, right? It's not be the best at TA. Granted, it's very, very advantageous to be good at TA when you're trading, but the real name of the game is emotion management, risk management, and actually being able to manage your trade without getting scared out of a position or FOMOing into a position or not using stop losses, right? But yeah, Bitcoin coming down to lower time frames. Let's come up to our other chart here. Bada boom. Is it this one? No, it's this one. There we go. Yeah, getting that pump. Are we going to get above that? Oh, baby. Trying to flip that value area low to support. Oh, God. Indecision candle here. Can we flip on top of this? Get it, flip to support to get a bigger move to the upside? Potentially. But let's go ahead and continue on here. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and how long have we been going for? Can we go for a little bit longer here on Bitcoin? Yeah, we can. We looked at the SPY. We took a look at the DXY. We took a look at Bitcoin. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the altcoins. If you guys want to see your altcoins, go ahead and put them in chat right now, and I'll start off taking a look at Ethereum, and then Rob the Crypto Snob will collect all your altcoins. He'll take the votes, he'll count them up, and then he'll bring us the results, and then we'll start taking a look at your altcoins. I can already hear it. Gala. Take a look at Gala. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Let's go. All right, let's see. Crypto is a scam. Let's go. Bitcoin to zero, baby. Bitcoin to zero. Let's see. Yeah, C-Bert. Let's go. Shout out C-Bert. Crypto is a scam. Absolutely. Dave Digital said, I'm a scam. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Hey, Dave Digital, I would buy your scam all day long, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Sometimes I get nervous, guys. Sometimes I go to hide people in chat, and I almost like accidentally make them a moderator, which is kind of hilarious. Let's go. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. H-Bar, all right, let's go. Solana, Algo, let's get it. Shiba Inu, let's go. Shout out to Brian. H-Bar, Ethereum. All right, first off, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Shout out to you guys. Oh, that's okay. Well, all right, fair enough. Yeah, shout out to the mods. Shout out to Tony D. I saw you did that. I didn't really care about him. It was the other guy. Anyway, let's go. Continuing on. Let's take a look at Ethereum, as your grandmother might call it. Happy Techie, what is going on? Says, file and FLR, please, Mr. Frank E. Candles. Frank.E, that is. Guys, it is hot in the studio here. Let me go ahead and let me phone a friend here real quick, guys, because I am dying and I need some water. But all I have is empty lemon water here. So let me just phone a friend really quickly here. We'll put it on speaker. And then we'll take a look at Ethereum real quick. Hello, Mrs. Candles. You're live on stream. Hi. Would you mind bringing me a little bit of water? I think I'm going to pass out.
Sure. I mean, I'm running, but yeah, I could get
Oh, never mind. I thought you were home. Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. I'm right on the corner.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Continue to run. You're fine. It's okay. I have Aztecian cactus moss water. That'll hold me over. Don't worry. You don't have to come home. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Love you. Bye. Look at that. She's just a little fitness freak. Oh, no. I just dialed a random number. Oh, no. Okay, I think it hung up. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum here, guys. If I pass out, just know it's just a little dehydration. It's okay. Yo, Bud Lightyear says -1, Mrs. Candles. Oh, let's go. All right, let's continue on here. Taking a look at Ethereum, guys. Well, hey, talk about sticking that level here. I don't even know what we're looking at. This is actually, we haven't looked at this chart, I don't think. I don't know. We could have looked at this chart yesterday for all I know. I look at so many charts, guys. It's hard to keep track of when we look at them. Let me get rid of some of these brushes as they get very messy. Bada boom. Okay, there we go. All right, so I actually want to pull up this chart. This is a more updated chart here. So there you go, guys. Yeah, there it is, a local golden pocket. Is that a... Yeah, it was a macro golden pocket, actually. But we came down to that bottom of that golden pocket, guys, held that as support, and now we are getting that bounce back up. not quite flipping that value area low to support, but looking to get back above this golden pocket, which would be somewhat of a decent sign. But I really wouldn't be getting too excited for Ethereum making another big move up until we can flip that value area low at $1,660 to support. Once we can get back above this level, flip that to support, that's what opens up the door to revisit the highs at about 1,700. And then it's the flipping of that. It's that support resistance flip at this level that would open up the door to much higher prices. So right now, the most important level of resistance above us, other than, I would say the most important level of resistance, or the level of resistance that if flipped will give us insight into where price will go, is going to be that 1660 level. So we're looking for a decisive flip of that to support. And if we can get that, I would expect to at least come back up to about $1,700 about, right? And you have your POC and your value area high chilling up at the upper end of this value area, which will likely make it a pretty quick move. You could see, we don't really mess around too much as we, shoot up towards that POC, right? We kind of just bing, bong, bang, right up to that POC, right? Same thing here, bing, bong, bang, right back down to the value area low, right? So pretty quick moves. And that is because you have less volume down here, and most of your volume is at the upper range, upper area of that upper range of the value area. And that's why price tends to stick up at this level. And when you come down, it's very, very quick, right? Because there's not as much volume down here. All the volume's up here, and this is where price wants to trade, right? This is where price wants to trade. So when you deviate from there and you don't bring in new volume, it's likely that you'll get sucked right back up towards that POC. The POCs act as a magnet, guys. You always want to remember that. But with that being said, let's take a look at the indicators, taking a look at your daily. Same deal here, guys, on the daily. I'm going to hide that TA real quick. Same thing on the daily here. Not as exaggerated, I guess, but you do technically have some bearish divergence here on the daily. Money flow coming out. Your 16 and your 12-hour money flows are in the red. This was kind of front-running yesterday's. This was kind of front-running Bitcoin yesterday with the money flow crossover into the red. But yeah, let's see. Magnet, there we go. Shout out to J-Dog throwing that magnet emoji in. Let's get it. Frankie Four Fingers, Crypto Solutions. What's going on, bro? Says Frankie Four Fingers over here. Let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. FB Get Money said, I think we will continue back down tonight. FB, I would have to lean I would have to lean in agreement with you, right? Again, short term, I think we can pump a little bit, but I would expect it to be a small retrace before a continuation to the downside. But, Ethereum looking very similar. Daily bear div with money flow coming out. Looking to confirm here potentially on the candle close. And that candle close is coming in at about 23 minutes. 16 and 12-hour money flow in the red, 10-hour also in the red, VWAP coming back up though, right? So again, you have your 4-hour. Your 4-hour green dot is printing on Ethereum, could be a, start that little move to the upside, in which case, guys, we could pull a local golden pocket from this high all the way to our low, making this level right here, right above that value area low, a great place to potentially come in and put in a lower high, right? I'm actually going to hide all this, or I'm going to erase all this TA really quick, right? So start of the impulsive move, right? Start of the impulse, this high here, all the way to the end of it right here. So wick to wick, pulling that local golden pocket. If that 4-hour green dot gives us a push up, I would look for a potential rejection. Let me go ahead and I'll make this a box here. Bada boom. Make this a box. Boom, right? So this is where I would look for a potential rejection on this retrace, right? Get a little bing bong, bing bong, bing bong up into the local golden pocket /786. Oh, this is candles. Come on. Thank you. You could have stayed exercising. Okay, you don't have to break the fan. Jeez. I mean, thanks and everything, but you don't have to come in here and break everything. God, guys, if the camera goes down, Mrs. Candles is rug pulling us. This was dirty. Oh, my God. Not only did she bring me a giant water bottle with ice, she cleaned the water bottle. You guys believe this girl? Plus 10, Mrs. Candles. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Let's go. I got to take a sip of this. Oh, yeah. That's amazing. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Shout out to Daddy Zach. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Shout out to Daddy Zach, man. He says, Frankie, you're awesome. Here's some money. Shout out to Daddy Zach, bro. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, man. Shout out to Daddy Zach. You're an OG, bro. Thank you. I just saw Dave's hand. Yo, you guys think Mrs. Candles is Dave. Guys, Mrs. Candles is real. I swear to God. Like, don't look into it. Or, like, don't do too much research on it. But trust me. Just, come on, look at me. Trust me. She's real. I'm not making up an imaginary girlfriend. It's not DZ, I swear. I swear, guys. I know it's funny that DZ doesn't go live on ATB at this time. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, shout out to you guys. Ice Cold throwing those engagement rings in the chat for the ice cold water that Mrs. Candles brought me. Let's go. Okay, continuing on, guys. Again, for this retrace on Ethereum, I would look to pull back into this blue box, looking for a retrace either at that local golden pocket or that 786 fib level, right? And again, pulling back our levels here, you have your value area high. Let me go ahead and label this. This is a value area low, not a value area high. So I'm going to label that your value area low. Go ahead and label this your POC because that's what it is. And then we'll go ahead and label this our value area high because that's what it is. So then I'm going to pull out local golden pocket. This is how you find confluence, right? So your local golden pocket is between essentially your value area low and your POC, right? So it would make decent sense to potentially get a pump above this level, right? And then potentially come into that local golden pocket or 786. You have the POC and the 786 in this area. So this would be a decent place to come up and make a lower high before a bigger move down, in which case your next major level of support will be that local golden pocket, that value area low of this more macro range, right? And that is coming in at about 1550. This has remained a key level of support at this area. So again, looking for a potential pump. I don't know if you'll pump up that high. I would look for rejections at that value area low as well. But look for that 4-hour green dot to give us a potential move up. I look for a rejection at these levels for a potential bigger move down to that 1550 level. No guarantee we get down there, but that is just what I'm expecting. The green dot could give us a short move to the upside. 2-hour bullish divergence, technically printing here. It's almost the same thing, right? It's almost like an exaggerated bullish divergence, but it does count, right? So that could give us a move to the upside as well. So again, expecting it to be a short-term retrace before a bigger move down, unless if we get a big move off that 2-hour or 4-hour green dot, if we get that big move and then money flow starts to come back up on the 4-hour, right? And as it's starting to here, if this comes back up, it would have to come up pretty aggressively. I'd like to see the 10-hour cross back into the green. I'd also like to see the 10-hour go cross back over into the green, 12-hour as well. So if that 2 and 4-hour green dot give us a big move up, definitely looking at the money flow on those higher time frames to come back to the upside to potentially indicate that maybe we won't get a bigger move down. But again, as long as that money flow remains in the red on those higher time frames with that daily bearish divergence, I am leaning a little bit more bearish in the medium term. So there you go, guys. That's how I'm feeling about Ethereum. Now you guys have the key levels to watch. Again, if we get a big breakdown here, guys, if this bearish divergence decides to play out in a very bearish manner, I mean, this is bearish, right? I mean, this is bearish, guys. Price making lower lows. Higher highs with your momentum wave. This is a bearish signal, guys. Bearish signal on the daily, right? Last daily bear div was right here, right before the FTX debacle, right? I think. Yeah. Higher highs, lower highs, money flow coming out, dump, right? So could there be a black swan around the corner? I don't know. But that is what I'm looking at for Ethereum, guys. Now you have the key levels. Now you have how I'm feeling about it, right? And yeah, watch that daily bear div likely to confirm here in about 17 minutes. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at your altcoins. Shout out to Dougie Trade, says, Frankie Candles dating. She's a runner. She's a track star. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Let's get it. Jasmine Rainmaker, let's go. Shout out to we'll give Mrs. Candles a little bit of a brrr. Hang on. These are finicky, guys. Finicky. Hey, let's get it. Let's go, baby. Bing bong. Oh, I love it. Shout out to Dave Digital. Mrs. Candles is going to hate me because Mrs. Candles low-key picks the money up a lot of the time. And she is not going to like this thing, Dave, but it doesn't matter. I do. Let's go. Bing bong. But, guys, let's see. There we go. Thank you, Rob. Let's see. H-bar, G-R-T. Let's get it. H-bar. Let's go. A little bing bong. Here we go. H-bar. I mean, there you go. Kind of the same thing. A little bit of an exaggerated bear div on the daily there. Higher highs. A little bing. A little bong. Macro top signal. So there you go. But, yeah, there you go. That's it. It's going down. I'm just kidding. Guys. Let's see. Shout out to Aaron T. Shout out to Tyler Rayburn. Let's go. Don't take that to a strip club. The night will end badly for your bank account. Yes, that is probably true. It's too much fun to use, right? You just wind up shooting all your money. Let's go. But bing bong. Let's go. All right, there we go, guys. We're back. Sorry about that. My computer just offed itself. I don't know. Like, literally just turned off. I don't know why. I think it might have, I don't know. It might have gotten overheated. I'll have to take a look at it. But sorry about that, guys. We got 899 people back in here. Smash that like button if you like the random technical difficulty aspect we have in the live streaming world, right? But anyway, continuing on here, guys, I think we were taking a look at H-bar. Bada boom. All right, here we go. That is not the one we were looking at. We were looking at this one, I think. Oh, we were over here. That's why. H-bar. Shout out to Drew. Hang on, Drew. I'm coming. Drew says, Frankie, welcome back. We always talk about red and green dots confirming, but what indicates the confirmation? Drew, great question. Shout out to Drew. This is what I consider confirmation of a green or red dot, right? I'm going to go in bar replay mode. Let's say we're looking here. We're on the 4-hour time frame, and time's moving forward, right? VWAP's coming up. Boom. Well, here we go. I'll do a red dot here. Whoops. So here you go. Here is a red dot printing, right? What's going on? Okay, there we go. Here is your red dot printing, right? See how your red dot is on the current candle? You have a red dot and it's on your current candle. For that red dot to be considered confirmed, you just need to print another candle, and now you see that we have a candle after the candle with the red dot. Now this red dot is locked in, right? So before it is confirmed, right? So if you have your red dot right here, right, moving forward, you have your red dot printing. The red dot can disappear before it's confirmed. So once you lock in that next candle, now that red dot cannot go anywhere. It is fully confirmed, right? So shout out to Drew. I appreciate that super chat. Hopefully that answers your question. Pretty easy answer there, but great question. I feel like not a lot of people ever ask that, and I think a lot of people, you probably just enlightened a lot of people there, bro. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Bob Bob. I don't even know how to say your last name, but shout out to Bob. Welcome to the muscle, my friend. Welcome to the muscle. Check ACH Cup, ACH Cup and Handle formed already. Shout out to NMCT. We could definitely take a look at that for sure. But before we do that, let's go ahead and continue on with our H-bar analysis. Don't know exactly which chart we were on, but we can just continue on here, right? Actually, let me try to find it. It wasn't this one. Was it this one? No. Was it this one? Maybe. Let's see. H bar. A little bing, a little bong. There we go. Okay. So here we go. All right. So, God, now we're all lost. You know what? We'll start fresh. Right? So on the daily, guys, this is looking very, very much different than Bitcoin. Money flow is coming out, but the VWAP is all the way down here on the daily, right? So we're not just printing that red dot on the daily. We've already confirmed it, and it's likely played out a decent bit here, right? Some kind of a technical exaggerated divergence here, but again, those aren't typically, those can wind up being somewhat of false signals. So I would just take that with a grain of salt, but it could wind up playing out. You definitely have higher highs on your price action. Your 16-hour money flow is coming out, 12-hour money flow coming out, 10-hour money flow coming out, but the green dots are looking to print here. 6-hour green dot. Lower time frames have already printed green dots. VWAP's coming up, so kind of very similar here. We did get a little bit of a breakdown similar to what we were looking at on ETH. So I would look for a potential retest of this high volume node. Again, looking at this blue box, let me get the levels for you. A little bing, a little bong. Right? So between about 0.087 cents and 0.085 cents, I would look for a potential retest as we print these lower time frame green dots. We could wind up seeing a little bit of a retracement here into these levels before getting a rejection from this high volume node / local golden pocket / 786 to come down to some lower prices. So that is what I would look for on H-bar. And then again, on the bullish end, if you do come up here, you would be looking to get, let me erase that. You would be looking to get above that golden pocket, above that 786, and looking to flip this high volume node back to support to get another move to the upside. So let's go ahead and a little boom, boom, right? And then we'll pull our little bit of volume here. Start from here, go all the way to there. And yeah, see that value area low gets in very close to that low volume gap. I'm sorry, that local golden pocket. So again, you know, first level to get above would be that value area low. Flip that to support. You can work your way up to that POC. And then if you do get a push up to this POC, because of the perfect confluence between the POC and that 786 fib level, I would look for a potential rejection here. If you don't get the rejection here, I would look for a break and a flip of this level to support, in which case you would come back up to these highs at about 9 cents, right? And then that potentially opens up the doors to some higher prices. If we zoom out and take a look at there you go, take a look at the more macro volume here, you can see, guys, this level right here does kind of hold us back. This ledge of volume, right there, does hold us back from this pretty decent volume gap. I would say the next major level to look for, a big level of resistance. You know, I wouldn't even know if I'd call this major, but if we get above this level, we could fly up to that 12-cent level, where you may actually even fly up to the 13-cent level. But yeah, you know, really there's not much between us at about 9 cents all the way up to 12 cents. That would likely be a very, very quick move. But you have this high volume node standing in your way. If we do get a big cool off here, if things really get ugly, guys, and I mean like a big pullback, a big level to watch would be this level right here at about $7 right here to retest these highs. Let me zoom in so it's a little easier to see now that I have the level there. So if we do break down, a level I would watch more, not as local here, but a big level I would watch as support would be this level down here at about 7.5 cents. So to the downside, immediate support on H-bar is going to be, I guess that about 7.5 cents would be your next major level. And then if we go ahead and pull some volume on this little sideways range that we had, this high volume node right about here, this would be a great place to get a bounce as well. So here are just some levels you can look at to the downside if we do get a bigger correction, right? So there we go. Click here. Yeah, about 7 cents. Yeah, about 7 cents. So if we break down from here, if we break the level that we basically got a bounce from, I would look for a move down to 7.5 cents. You lose that, I would look for a move down. Actually, this would be likely another level to watch. But yeah, essentially you would come down to test this high volume node coming in at about 7 cents, almost 7 cents even, 0.069 cents. But shout out to A-Train says, I love Frankie Candles. A-Train, I love you, dog. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Oh, baby, I like that. Right into the lens. I like it. I like it. Pew. I like it. I could just shoot you guys with money. Let's go. Oh, no. We're out of money, guys. We're out of money. Shout out to Chicken Pollo. Chicken Pollo. Bitcoin Chicken and Dave Digital. Panda Punch in the chat. Let's go. 924 people in here, guys. We got kicked off stream, guys, midstream, and we're back live. If you appreciate our adaptability to come bouncing back from an absolutely dead stream all the way back to getting almost all the viewers back, go ahead and smash that like button, guys. We're going for 1,000 likes. If there is any stream that we need 1,000 likes on, it's this one. We got rug pulled in the middle of the stream. Get those likes up, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Shout out to Satoshi Queen says, I love you, Frankie. Satoshi Queen, I love you back. You're like family to me. Let's go. All right, continuing on here. Let's get it. Let's go. Dave Digital said, today, Junior. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. All right, let's go. Let's go. Reload. Underdog G. Let's go. I'm good, Satoshi Queen. How are you? How are you doing? Let me know. I actually am curious. I'm not just saying that. I don't know if I'll be able to catch the chat, but let me know. I will go back and read it. But anyway, guys, I'd also like to shout out my super strong, thick, not patchy beard, guys. Look how strong and not patchy this is. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm ashamed of my beard. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Taking a look at GRT. Shout out to Rob, the Crypto Snob, guys. Shout out to all our mods. We got the best mods in the game, as you guys know. I shill our mods like they sponsor me. They basically do. But yeah, taking a look at GRT here, guys. Starting some fresh TA. I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume on this entire range of price action. I'm actually going to pull it from here to here. Let me see how much this changes it. I'm going to pull it from here. Let's pull it from here. There we go. Boom. So I would be taking a look at this local range, right? And I just want to point this out, guys. High volume node, price sticks to it, right? High volume, very, very massive clump of volume. Price clings to it, right? So there you go. But these are kind of the levels that I would be taking a look at here as we break back above this value area high. I'm going to go ahead and mark this. I'm going to go ahead and mark this. I'm going to go ahead and mark this. We're going to label it. We're going to label it value area high. We're going to label this POC. We're going to label this value area low because that's what it is. I don't know why I keep doing that today. But as of right now on GRT, on the 45-minute, we are breaking back above that value area low of our local range here. Looking for a potential move up into the POC / high volume node coming in at about 16 cents, almost 17 cents. You could actually, probably make that a box. I'm going to make this a box right here, right? Between about 16 and 17 cents. There you go. I would be looking for a move into that level. If we could flip that level to support, I'd look for a move up to your value area high. These are the local levels we're working with at about 18 cents at that range high where I would be looking for shorts. If there are no bullish confirmations, bearish confirmations for those short entries, I will look for a flip of this level to support for a potential continued move to the upside. So those are the local levels I would look for. Now, what happens if we wind up coming up on GRT and just getting a nuke to the downside, breaking the value area low, only to put in a lower high and a lower low, making a downtrend here, right? But what happens if we get a strong rejection? What are the next levels we can look at? Well, you definitely have you do have some support down here. As you can see, you have a little spike in volume. I would actually mark out that level right here. Because if you break this level at about 14 cents, you would likely fall down to about 13.5 cents. Now, not only are you coming down to your next high volume node if you break this level at 14 cents, but you're also coming back to test the highs of this area of price action right back here, right? So it would make sense if you got to move down to fall, maybe get a bounce right here. We got support, kind of bing bonged around here. So you may get a little bit of turbulence in this area off this high volume node, but with that being said, if you lose this level or even this level, going to be likely a quick move down to our next high volume node at about 13.5 cents to retest these highs. And that would be really the more major levels I would be looking at to the downside. Whoops, let me bring those levels back up. There you go. So yeah, levels to the downside remain value area low. That is your important level of support. Below that, most important levels are going to be about 14 cents and 13.5 cents. If you lose that 13.5 cent level, you will probably just start stair-stepping your way further down. But again, with the taking a look at the 4-hour green dot now confirmed, money flow actually coming back up a little bit here. Again, if we do get that move up with the way that money flow looks on the 6, the 8, the 10, the 12, and the 16-hour money flow all coming out, I wouldn't really expect a massive move. However, your daily looks much better on GRT than it does on Bitcoin, right? So shout out to Kuzigan Bump It, says #value. But yeah, that is kind of what I would be looking at on GRT, right? If we continue up, looking for a move up to that POC, I'd be very cautious of a rejection there. But yeah, the daily looks much better on this than Bitcoin. However, it is looking very similar on the 12-hour, 10-hour, 8-hour. But short term, I do think we could potentially continue a move up here a little bit, but I'm not expecting anything too crazy, especially if Bitcoin winds up just getting another move to the downside, right? All right, let's see. Dump. Shout out to Satoshi Queen. Are we dumping? Dump it, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. You could do it. Dump the thing. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue on to our next coin. Shout out to Panda Punch, says, hey, Frankie, trying to check out Matic. Hey, Panda Punch, I am trying to check out Matic, but right after Algo, let's get it. Let's go. Money flow. Shout out to Creighton C. Money flow for the win, guys. And if last night's stream was not a testament to the money flow and the strength and reliability of the money flow, I don't know what was. Shout out to Crypto Face. All right. Let's see. Bada boom. You got true grit. You gotta get true GRT. Let's go. Shout out to Wick 589. Let's go. Can you look at Matic? Love from Pakistan. Shout out to Tala. Shout out to you. Yes, we're gonna take a look at Matic next. Bullish on Frankie's TA. Papi Chulo. Bullish on Frankie Candle's TA. I'm bullish on Papi Chulo. Let's go. All right, let's go, dude. You might have my favorite name, Papi. You might have my favorite name, Papi Chulo. It's just fun to say. All right, let's see. Dave. Oh my God. I just went to say let's go to the daily, and I just said Dave Digital. All right, so checking out the Dave Digital time frame. Here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we go. Shout out Dave Digital. But yeah, daily. We did confirm the no divergence, but we did confirm that red dot on the daily, which means that on Bitcoin, we probably confirmed it as well. There we go, right? But hey, as of right now, I will say this. Again, probably too early to tell. Yeah, a lot of things can change until the next candle close, but this could look more bearish. This VWAP on Bitcoin on the daily could come straight down if it wanted to, but it's not. It's kind of coming off and curving up a little bit, right? So it actually doesn't look horrible. This doesn't, with a bearish divergence on the daily, this could look a lot worse. So I actually don't feel too bad about that. But again, money flow is what we're looking at, guys. But anyway, coming back to Algo, take a look here. Let's clear the TA and take a look here. Okay. Let's take a look. Take a look at the 4-hour. Just steadily climbing up here. I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume, wonky volume, all the way on this giant trend, right? Bada boom. So right now, we are bearishly retesting this value area high, but we have a green dot printing. So I do think we will likely crack above this value area high if this green dot confirms. Your 2-hour green dot is confirmed. Little tiny bit of a bullish divergence there as well. Likely to give us a move to the upside. Again, like a lot of these other coins, I would be looking for the local golden pocket for a potential rejection. I would look here. I would also pull a local golden pocket from this high right here as well. So yeah. First level I would look for a rejection would be about this level. Second place I would look at these major levels. And then let me just clear these fibs. These are kind of the levels that I would expect a rejection off of. You could even maybe neglect or negate that. Not even, right? If we continue up here, guys, let me pull some local volume just on this. POC coming in right here, right? So I would look for a potential bounce up into the POC, and this is kind of the make or break moment. If you reject here, probably going to go bearish and make some lower lows. I don't mean lower all-time lows. I mean lower lows due to the bait compared relative to the trend, right? Or the range. But if you do not get a rejection here, I'd look for a flip of support on the POC to potentially get a move back up to your next highest volume node at about 28 cents. And then if you deviate out of this range, you would want to keep an eye on this level here at about 28.5 cents for a rejection. So, as of right now, with that green dot, this VWAP does look healthy on the 2-hour, and your 4-hour green dot printing could likely at least get you up to that POC where you could kind of reassess the situation. Is it looking like a rejection? Is it looking like a flip of support, right? So that POC at about 27.5 cents. That is really going to be the main level you're looking at. And again, if you get above there, the next major level you'd be looking at is 28 cents. So there you go, guys. There is algo. And then again, taking a look at your 10-hour money flow coming out. 12-hour money flow coming out, and your 16-hour money flow coming out. But that daily VWAP, again, could look a little worse, but that red dot is confirmed. Still technically a little bit more bearish. So there you go. Let's see what that 2-day looks like. 2-day looking for a potential bear div as well, right? So this is another thing to look at. If these 2-day bearish divergences start to confirm on a lot of these coins, will likely indicate a bigger correction here, right? That 2-day bear div has me a little more concerned than the daily bear div. All right, let's see. All right, let's go ahead and facts are facts. Shout out to Wolfman, ate my coins. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Coach K says, God tier TA, let's go. 100 taught me a lot, bro. Much love. Shout out to Crypto Coach. I'm going to go ahead and pin that, bro. I appreciate the kind comment, man. These kind comments go a very, very, very long way, guys. You have no idea. Creighton C says, all I know is money gun for a gift. Frankie keeps saying Papi Chulo, and that made him think of Dave. You all saw it. Oh, God, Creighton C, shout out to you, bro. It's funny because it's true. I mean, I'm going to have to delete this live stream, guys. I can't let that go down in recorded history. All right, let's continue on here. Stay hydrated as usual. Dark Crash, shout out to you, bro. Green dot on the 5-hour for Bitcoin. That is a good sign, baby. Following in suit of that 4-hour. Let's go. See, Dave Digital's everywhere. I saw him on Blockchain Basement. Yeah. Guys, go check out Blockchain Basement if you are not already. TJ hosts that show. Whew. What a show. I love that show so much. The community is awesome. I know a lot of you guys are in there. But yeah, tomorrow, guys, go to Blockchain Basement. Show some love to TJ. TJ's the man. TJ for president. But yeah, Blockchain Basement is awesome. So go check them out for sure, guys. And again, guys, go sub. Hang on. Real quick, before we jump into Matic, Matic is next. Let me just pull this up really quick. I'm going to go ahead and when we end the stream, guys, I am going to hey, Tony, maybe you can do this. I think you have permission to do this. If you could actually switch the raid from Hit Network to Hit Gaming, that would be awesome. Oh, actually, no, he's not live, so we can't. But guys, please, for the love of God, go check out Hit Network Gaming, guys. This is our friend Joel runs this channel, guys. He's starting to grow pretty fast. He's only at 537 subscribers. We want to get this up to 1,000. And if I don't like to ask you guys for anything, but if we could go and really go and give Hit Network Gaming a big bump up in subscribers. We're going to check this tomorrow night. He hits at 537. We want to get him to 1,000 so he can monetize or live stream. I think he needs it to live stream on YouTube, I believe. So we want to get him to live stream. We love Joel. I've played games with him on live streams before. A lot of you guys have seen that. So if you're not subbed to that channel, help us out. I was totally subbed, guys. No, I'm subbed to him on my other channels, not on the Frankie Candles channel. But, guys, go sub. Hit Network Gaming. Shout out to Joel. We love you, bro. We're going to try to get you up to 1,000. CandleMafia, do your job. Do your job. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. I love Joel. Shout out to Cam Shump. Let's go. Yeah, absolutely. I lost my money and got liquidated. It was my college fee. Shout out. Yeah. Hey, I hope you didn't lose your college fund. I hope that's not what you're saying, but I hope you're saying that you're picturing that money lost as tuition, right? You're paying that to the market because you're inevitably, especially if you're looking to trade, especially if it is short-term trading, you're inevitably going to lose some trades. And in the beginning, you're likely going to have to pay the market to learn some hard lessons. So I hope that's what you mean. And if that's what you mean, bro, you already have the right mindset. So, dude, you're going to win in this, right? Even if it takes some time, which it likely will, you have the right mindset. So shout out to you, bro. I'd love to hear that. Frankie, where are we heading? Satoshi Queen. Let's take a look at Matic. I assume you're gonna be headed to Hit Network Gaming to subscribe to his channel, subscribe to Joel's channel. But if you're talking about Matic, let's try to figure it out here. Today, red dot is printing on Matic. Yikes. I'm just kidding. It's not really that crazy. But no bearish divergence. That is important to realize here. No bear div. Maybe an exaggerated bear div, but again, guys, they are typically the weakest type of divergence and sometimes can be false signals, but they can also play out. So, not really fun signal there, but red dot on the 2-day, likely to give you another move, a little bit more of a move to the downside, but your daily, we need that daily candle to come down a little bit. VWAP, again, could look a lot worse. This VWAP could look a lot worse. It is starting to curve back to the upside, so that's a decent sign. And we confirmed this red dot a while ago. I guess about almost 3 days ago. So that is starting to come back up. So that is not a bad sign at all. Looking at your 16-hour, though, money flow still looking a little sketchy. We want this green dot on the 16-hour to likely print probably very soon, probably in the next day or so. We will get that green dot. We need that to bring our money flow back up a little bit higher. Otherwise, we are going to continue to trend out, and it will likely cross over into the red, which would be a bearish sign. 10-hour money flow, very close to crossing over into the red, but you are getting the VWAP coming up, so that might pull you back into the green. But we need that money flow to come up aggressively. Otherwise, we're just going to make a lower high and then eventually cross over into the red. Not looking as bad as Bitcoin. Money flow on the 6-hour crossing over into the red. Money flow on the 5-hour coming back up. Green dot confirmed. I'll be honest, guys. Matic is not very clear. Kind of mixed signals here. I would look for, let's see, is that 8-hour green dot printing? Is the lower time frame? Yeah. So here you go. The 24 and the 30-minute. Yeah, 15 minutes already in the green, but your 24 and 30-minute money flow is already coming to the upside. So if you print that and you already have your 6-hour green dot confirmed, if you get that red dot or green dot on the 8-hour with the 24 and 30-minute money flow crossing into the green, that would likely be your next decent move to the upside. Next major level of resistance really won't come in until about $1.45 right about here to retest these lows that we held, right here. We held support, breakdown. So maybe we could get a move back up towards these levels. But I would, let's see what we're testing here. Testing that 786. If we don't reject here, I would look for a push up a little bit higher. But yeah, if we don't reject here, I would look for a flip of support on this 786 coming in at about $1.39. And if you can hold that level, money flow crosses over into the green on the 30-minute, 24-minute with that 8-hour green dot. We may be able to work up a little bit higher. Let's come down to a lower time frame. Could wind up coming up a little bit higher to test our next higher volume node, which will likely come in the region of about, $1.43. Did I say $14 before? I don't know why I would have read that like that. But yeah, so this is going to be a major level. I'm going to draw this as a box. This is going to be a major level of resistance if we can make it up there, right? We'd have to crack the 786. We might reject here, right? But again, with that 8-hour green dot and the money flow in the lower time frames coming up, and that 24 and 30 minutes specifically, I'm giving you guys a sauce here, that could likely give you a big push up into this level, and this is where this is going to be a key level, and I'll tell you why, right? Because likely, if we pull our volume all the way from here to here, right, there you go. The top of this blue box comes very close to our value area low. So if we come up into that blue box, we are likely going to be testing these levels, and if we could flip that value area low to support, that's where we could potentially come back up into the $1.50 range up here by our value area high. There we go, right there. So that is what I would be looking for. Be careful of a rejection here. But again, if we break through here, that next major level of resistance is going to be that blue box, which is coming in between about $1.45 and about $1.45. Yeah, it's at $1.45, right? It's between between $1.43 and $1.45 is the next major level of resistance. And again, it's a key level, right? Not just a random level. This is a key level because if we flip it to support, we're going to be close to flipping that value area low to support, which would indicate a potential bigger move up to the value area high in that $1.50 range. Satoshi oh my God. Satoshi Glakamoto in the house. What is going on, bro? Bullish on parade. He said MMP 45. I'm not going to get into that whole thing, but I'm just going to say, coincidentally, Satoshi, I don't know why you're talking about MMP if your name is Glakamoto, but I will say this. I'm looking to the right slightly in the studio here, and I'm seeing those same letters on a black box. It's like a flat box. It's like probably this big. It's flat. It says the same thing on it. I don't know what's inside the box, but let's just say shout out to Satoshi Glakamoto. Shout out to you, bro. It's actually really funny that you say that because there's a box right here. I don't want to show it, but there is a box right here. Very interesting. Anyway, continuing on here. I don't want to get too deep into that. It's a rabbit hole. 777 viewers, guys. Heavenly number. Shout out. How many likes do we have? If we have 777 likes, that is weird. 704 likes, guys. Let's get 7. We're going for 1,000 likes, guys. If we get 1,000 likes on this stream, I will go absolutely ballistic and give away all of my money. Let's go. I got a Smith 40. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to you guys. But, I'm not, whatever. Anyway, back to the charts, guys. Back to the charts. This is, so that's Matic. That's what I'm looking for on Matic, guys. So, yeah, there we go. Next coin that we are going to be looking at, guys, is going to go ahead and be Gala, a crowd favorite. Gala. Here we go. Taking a look at the KuCoin chart on Gala. Wow. Look at that wick. Look at that touch. Look at that wick. Tap to the dollar on our level here. And again, I'm not even going to pretend like I remember where that level came from. But likely, yeah, I mean, dang, tapped it to the dollar almost. Okay, so taking a look here, I'm actually going to, okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and get rid of our brushes. Bada boom. And let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see. You guys are funny. Let's see. You guys are funny. Sup, dog? Sup, Super Trucker Ryan? Thank you for that super chat, bro. Shout out to you, man. Just saying sup. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing? Lost Prophet said I'm part of the Pew Pew crew. You're funny. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, let's go. Shout out to you guys. Solana, we could try to take a look at Solana. Absolutely. Shout out to Curtis Neal. Finally home. Let's go. Yeah, you guys are funny. Welcome home, Curtis. Welcome home. We're happy to have you here. Guys, while I take a look at Gala here, we're going to break it down. But I actually have some really important stuff. I need somebody to check the dates. If someone could Google this for me right now and update me, can you guys please Google the dates of the BitBoy Pluto Alliance cruise and the dates of Bitcoin Miami 2023? Mrs. Candles just came in and was like, not now, but like she came into my office before I went live, and she was like, I think there might be conflicting dates. I really hope there's not. I've been looking forward to Bitcoin Miami 2023 since we left last year, and I already bought my cruise ticket. I really hope there's not a conflict in dates there because we're going to have to figure something out. But yeah, if someone could get me those dates and just let me know if it's conflicting or not, that would be a really, really big problem for me. All right, one more vote for Sol. Okay, here we go. Continuing on with Gala, guys. I'm actually going to go ahead and do I want to remove these levels? I'm going to remove the levels. Bada boom. Mrs. Candles just came in and said she lied. Okay, she got tricked. One's in April, one's in May, but they're the same dates, but just one's April, one's May. Okay, we're good, guys. Whew. Yeah, that's okay. She scared me. It's okay, though. Okay, beautiful. Dave Digital, thank you so much. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, all right. False alarm, guys. False alarm. Charter a helicopter off the cruise. I actually have a pretty funny cruise story. Tony D was actually part of it. I'll tell you guys a funny cruise story while we're spinning the wheel later. But Yeah, okay, false alarm. We're good. Thank God. Deserves a ring soon for washing your water bottle. Yes, Satoshi Nakamoto, absolutely. But yeah, if meet on the cruise, can you sign my calves? Cam Shump, if you are going on the cruise, you are going to meet me. Because 100% going to meet me if you're going on the cruise. I am now locked in. I'm going on the cruise. So yeah, I will be meeting you guys. Beautiful. Dave, okay, shout out to you guys. Beautiful. Okay. Thank God. I would have had to do something. I would have had to take a helicopter to Bitcoin Miami off of the cruise because I am really looking forward to Bitcoin Miami. I am like super pumped because I feel like that's where I'm probably going to get a good chance to meet a bunch of people. All right, so pulling a little bit of volume on Gala, guys. We are just inside of a sideways range. This is how I would view this, right? And you could also find ranges within the ranges, right? You could see value areas within value areas, right? You could see a value area here. A little boom, right? You have a value area here, a little boom. You got value area, right? So you get a micro value areas within bigger value areas, right? So I just want to break that down. But anyway, we're looking at this major value area right here. I'm going to hold you to that cruise story. Yeah, please remind me so I don't forget. It's pretty funny. It involves a helicopter. But it's like, guys, I have some, this one's not that crazy, but I have a lot of stories that a lot of people probably wouldn't believe. I don't know why. I'm just like one of those people where like the weirdest things happen to me. Always me. I just like always like I constantly in life am left with like my jaw dropped. Like, what is going on? Why is my life like this? But I can't complain. Sometimes it turns out to be pretty cool. But anyway, really looking to stay within this area of balance here, guys, to be 100% honest with you. So right now we are getting a nice bounce off that value area low. God, is this just like... Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, we came down, didn't quite tap the value area low, but we came down, front ran it just a little bit with some bullish divergences on the 1 hour. You could see that, slight bullish divergence there, giving us that little bounce to the upside. The next likely stop here, based off of the volume profile, will eventually be that point of control. But, you are going to have some local levels in between. You're testing that local golden pocket as we speak right now. And then you're going to have another local golden pocket a little bit higher. But eventually, you are expecting price to work its way up to that point of control up here at about 0.049 cents, right? So that would be the next level of resistance that I would be looking at on Gala, sitting at about 0.049 cents. We'll make that the POC. And then you have your value area low. This is going to be your most your local area of support at about 0.041 cents. Looking to hold this as support, but again, because we are not breaking down below that value area low, I would expect to potentially make our way up to that POC. However, you want to be careful, right? Because sometimes you get something like this, where let me move this over. Sometimes you get something like this, right? Where you come down, you front run the value area low and you think like, hey, like maybe that's all we were going to get. And then you get a little retrace and then eventually you finally do come down to tap that level. So just be careful when the levels are being front ran. We did not touch the level here. So, we may actually wind up seeing price. I would rather see price come down and actually cut our level before coming back up. But as of right now, as long as we are holding above that value area low, well, actually at this point, you're expecting breakdown, can't get it back above the POC, so you're expecting a move down to your value area low. So technically, you'd still be expecting a move down to your value area low, but don't be surprised if you move up, right? So right here, POC is your next level of resistance. Value area low is your next area of support. And then, yeah, taking a look at your daily. No bear div on your daily. Red dot confirmed, VWAP coming back up, so not looking too bad. The dailies, at least as of right now, there's no saying what's going to happen overnight or anything like that, but I love tapping levels. Shout out to Satoshi Glock. Let's go. But with that being said, yeah, I would... anything can happen overnight. That daily can easily, that VWAP could easily come straight back down if we start dumping. But just understand, maybe Asia wakes up and starts dumping. But just understand that, this could look a lot worse. Kind of nice to see that it's kind of cleaning up there. Beautiful. Okay, thank you, Tony. Yeah, so no, thank you for that, bro. No confliction. All right. 16-hour money flow in the red, coming out pretty aggressively. 12-hour money flow in the red, 10-hour money flow in the red. But you also have that 10-hour green dot, right? So I would look for a potential move up to your point of control on Gala. And then, yeah, on your daily, isn't, got a nice bearish retest of your POC. Yeah, might continue to break down here. Kind of hard to call on Gala. Looking at the 2-day, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, money flow coming up on your 2-day. Kind of hard to call here. In the short term, money flow back in the green on the 4-hour. In the short term, I'd look for the 10-hour green dots. See what that green hour 10 dot. Let's see what that 10-hour green dot gives you. Hopefully, it can get you a move back up to your POC. But again, not getting too excited. All right. Let's see. With that being said, drink already. Shout out to Dave Digital. But guys, let's see. I'll take a look at Solana. We're almost at our limit here, so let's take a look at Solana here real quick. As you guys know, I very openly have been wrecked on a Solana DCA, a pretty bad Solana DCA. Yeah. Shout out to Latino Rubicon. We're taking a look at Solana right now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Satoshi Glakamoto said, when your life seems a little dark, when your life seems dark, light a candle. I'm tuning to Frankie Candles. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. You can admit it. You forgot to smack the like button. You can tell me. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Yeah, guys, smack that like button. We're going for 1,000 today. I think we could do it. All right, continuing on. Here we go. Let's take a look at Solana. Now, as you guys know, I basically DCA'd into Solana. Right here, right? I share my wins and my losses, guys, right? Like, I'm not acting like I only make good trades, right? I was DCAing into Solana right about here, right? Oh, nice. Little down here, little up here, a nice little DCA range, thinking that we were getting at least close to the bottom. And then it went to 0, right? So actually, then it went to 0. Yeah. So that was basically where I DCA'd in, and then boom, we got wrecked. But hey, maybe it'll make a resurgence. Can't win them all. But anyway, taking a look here. Go ahead and pull some volume on this thing. Bada boom. Yeah, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, so you're getting a nice little bounce on your val. I'm gonna start fresh here, guys. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, there you go. So get a nice bounce off your point of control here. So if you could hold support on the POC, you could look for a move back up to your value area high. But let's check the indicators, right? 4-hour green dot. Yeah, I would look for a potential move back into your value area high. And if you can get some confluence between that value area high, maybe a local golden pocket or a 786, well, hey, got that golden pocket right above you. I would look for a potential move back up here for a potential rejection and a potential lower high to get a bigger move to the downside. But you are getting that green dot on the 4-hour, 6-hour looking for the green dot, 10-hour money or 8-hour money flow back in the red, 10-hour money flow back in the red, 16 and 12-hour back in the red as well. And you are getting your daily bearish divergence at your value area high, which would be considered key support or key resistance. So just look out for that. Higher highs on your price action. Daily bear div is definitely here, right? Definitely in play here, right? So you're getting, and it is printing, right? Not confirmed. So you will confirm this tomorrow. Might see Gala on the longer term. Again, getting that 4-hour green dot may come up a little bit more. But in the longer term, looking at that daily time frame, if we do get that move up on the 4-hour, it would just wind up bringing this candle up a little bit. But in the longer term with that red dot on the daily, I would look for a daily tap of that point of control coming in at about $23.63. And if you break down below there, I'd look for the value area low at about 22.46 for some support. And then let's go ahead and pull I want to pull some local golden pockets here. I'm going to pull it from this low all the way to our high here, and that is exactly where I thought that local golden pocket would be. You stare at the charts long enough, guys, you kind of just assume where things are going to end up, and you wind up getting pretty decent at it. But there you go. I would watch, if we deviate from the range, a big level I would watch would be, actually, there are a couple levels I would watch. I would watch that level, and I would also watch this level here, right? The 786. I would watch that 786, right? So if we deviate from the range, I'd come down here. I'd keep an eye on the 786. Look for a bounce at that 786. If you lose that, look for a bounce at that local golden pocket. If you don't get the bounce at the local golden pocket, you may be working your way down. You do have this volume gap here, so that is something to be aware of. Pretty big volume gap, once you start to get near this golden pocket. So really, if you lose that 786, you may fall into that low volume gap and get a big move down to that $16, $17 range at this high volume node. But you do have some levels there, right? It's not just an absolute empty void. You have the local golden pocket. You have that 786. And now you guys have some levels to watch. But in order to come test any of these lower levels down here, you got to break down below that value area low first, right? So that value area low is going to be the first major level you're watching at about 2250. Okay. With that being said, guys, that is basically how I'm feeling on Solana. Again, short-term bounce, not impossible, but looking for a potential continuation to the downside. All right, guys, I think that is all the time we got for tonight. How can I lose my 786 if you keep looking at it? Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Creighton C. Says, these charts are all setting up for options Friday. What a shock. Shout out to Creighton. Shout out to Latino Rubicon. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Tony D, Tyler Jordan, Crypto Anon, D Petty Crypto, Captain Kirk. Did I miss somebody? I think I got them all. If not, you guys know who you are. Shout out to all the mods, guys. I love each and every single one of you guys. Frankie, how do you transfer all this? You're doing on the charts onto chart on the exchange where you trade? I don't use short answer. I don't use I don't typically use the charts on the exchanges. I usually just go back and forth from TradingView to Phemex or TradingView to BitGet. Whatever, right now I'm going to trade on Phemex and BitGet. Shout out to Phemex and BitGet. Those are two main leverage exchanges that I use. I also use KuCoin, but I use KuCoin more for low leverage / spot stuff, and then Phemex and BitGet are my main exchanges for leverage. If you guys want to sign up to trade long or short some of your favorite coins, you can check our Phemex and BitGet links down in the description below, and you will get deposit bonuses. I believe we have incentive for both exchanges, so definitely go check those out if you're interested. If not, totally fine. But with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight. Still in the 700s on the likes. Did we get 777 at least? Yeah, let's try to run it up to 1,000 likes, guys. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Kind of got derailed here a little bit with the technical meltdown, guys. I apologize about that. But let's go ahead and start spinning that dang wheel of dang pleasure and dang pain. Thanks, Frankie. Shout out to Yasha. No problem. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. No problem, Latino. I got you, bro. I'm bullish on giveaways. Super Trucker Ryan. Hey, it's going to be our biggest giveaway for sure. All right, here we go. Spin numero uno. Here we go. What do we got? We're going to 7 spins so far. Frankie, thank you so much. You have literally been my teacher, and I've learned a lot. You have a way of breaking things down in simple terms. Shout out to Crypto DJ, and there's no money in here, but can you hear that? We're shooting it for you. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the kind comment, man. And I truly feel lucky that I'm able to, I'm in a position to be able to help you guys. It's like truly rewarding to me. I would genuinely do this for free. It's the coolest thing ever. And it's those messages like that. Shout out to you, Crypto DJ. I really appreciate that, man. It's messages like that, that keep me going, right? It gets me up in the morning, gets me up on stream at night. You guys are absolutely amazing. Mikey L says, hook a brother up. Shout out to you, bro. With a giveaway? Hey, stop. No money. Dave Digital. You guys should see my desk right now. My desk is like, I'm like literally using my mouse like this because there's so much stuff, and then just $100 bills everywhere. All right, so I'm going to have to clean the studio. There's literally money everywhere. Literally, I should take a picture and post it in the Discord. Okay, cruise story. Yeah, shout out to Curtis Neal. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, guys, I went on a cruise one time. Tony D was there. This was years ago. I was probably 22, maybe 21, 22. We went on a cruise, and we were out at the club or whatever. Oh, no, Phasian. Phasian says 2-day bear div. Hold up. We got to check this, guys. This is breaking news. Maybe he's looking at regular candles. Oh, baby, she's printing. 2-day bear div printing on regular candles, guys. That is worth looking at. That is a bearish sign. Shout out to, who said it? Shout out to, oh, God, who said it? It was like not a random person. It was, yeah, Phasian. Shout out to Phasian. It's like, it wasn't just someone random. It was someone we know. But yeah, guys, so I was on a cruise. Here we go. Spin number to Trace, I think. But yeah, we were on a cruise. We were at the club, right? We were just chilling, hanging out, just doing what we do. And we ran back up to the room. I forgot for what reason. We had to go, forgot something, had to go grab something, whatever, money, whatever it was. We go up to the room, and we bring our friends from the club that we made on the cruise, bring them up into the room, and we're just sitting there. We wound up sitting there, and we were just hanging out. I think someone was changing or something. I don't remember. But we wound up, hey, you guys just come hang out in the room for a second, and then, we'll go back to the bar, the club or whatever. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden we just hear, like, I'm like, what is that? Right? And I'm like, it sounds like a helicopter. And we're like, yeah, it sounds like a helicopter. What the heck is that? And so really what happened was when we booked our room, I don't remember what happened. I think like one of our friends booked our room, and I think it was a joke. They thought it would be funny to get us a handicap room and something like that. I don't even know. Somehow I wound up in a handicap room, and I think it was a prank. For whoever booked the actual rooms. And the joke was on them, guys, because when I got on the cruise, oh, stop spinning. Thank you, Rob. Oh, my God. I spin this so subconsciously. Oh, God. I might have to call a moderator meeting before this giveaway because we'll have to figure out how we're going to do this. Yeah. Too many spins. How many likes did we get? Running up to 1,000 likes, guys. We got 10 spins. I gave them to you. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 giveaways, guys. This giveaway is going to be crazy. I'm going to have to cancel the stream tomorrow just because I can't do the spins. But let me pull up my main picture here. So anyway, guys, long story short, when I got on the cruise, I opened the door to the cruise. I put my key card in, and the door opens automatically. And the room is massive. Not only is the room massive, we got one of those rooms where our window was looking out the front of the ship, so we could see the front of the ship. The bow, I guess, is the front. I don't know. I think it's the bow. So we could see the bow of the ship. And it was really cool. We could see where we were going. And anyway, we went up there that one night, and we were hanging out, waiting for someone to change or whatever. And we were just kind of talking or whatever. And then we hear that. You guys like my helicopter noise? Anyway, I've been dying to show people that. No, I'm just kidding. But we look out the window, and the cruise ship is moving, guys. The cruise ship is moving, right? Cruise ship's going like this, and there's a Coast Guard helicopter literally right outside our window. Like, I could have, if I could put my hand out the window, I probably could have grabbed the, whatever the little skis are on the helicopter. I probably could have grabbed it. And it's literally boats going like this. Coast Guard helicopters right outside our window going like this with the cruise ship moving, pulling somebody up into the helicopter in a basket. And we're looking out the window. I'm just like, what is going on? Oh, my God. And I couldn't believe it that the ship didn't stop. The ship kept going, and the Coast Guard helicopter was just like at an angle going with the ship, pulling someone up simultaneously. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. Like, are we seeing this in real life? Tony, Tony, let me know, Tony D, if you were in the room. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% sure you were. We were the big group of people, so I don't know if Tony D was actually in the room when that happened, but he'll let you guys know. Yeah, it was like cool. Like it's almost like, I felt bad for whoever was getting pulled up. I think we wound up finding out, I think they had a heart attack, which like got, hopefully they wound up being okay. But, I was like, I don't know. It got me like amped up. It was the Coast Guard. Like I felt like, America, get them boys. Let's go. Like, I don't know. I got like all patriotic for some reason. But it was super, super cool. It was kind of cool to see that in action, literally right in front of our faces. Like you could see the facial expression of the pilots. It was insane. Yeah, Coast Guard pilots and rescue swimmers are the best of the best. Yeah, you guys ever see that movie? What's the name of that movie with Ashton Kutcher, I think? Great movie. I like that movie a lot. Yeah, they were not messing around. I'm like, they didn't even stop the ship. Coast Guard just came in and was flying with the ship. Unbelievable. But with all that being said, guys, that's that cruise story amongst many, guys. I should probably start doing a story time because I could probably tell you guys some crazy stories. A lot of them probably aren't really good for YouTube, but, maybe we'll do like an after dark show. Nothing like too crazy, but, we are family friendly. So, but guys, with all that being said, The Guardian, that was the name of the movie. Shout out to Satoshi. But yeah, guys, that 70s show. Shout out to Dave. But guys, with all that being said, I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around to the end. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I told you, I saw Gary Ginsler running out of the studio. I got to go hunt him out. I got to go into the sewer later and just throw some rocks down there to get him back. Spoken words tour. Shout out to Rob. But guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Again, watch out for that short-term move to the upside. But again, watch those bear divs on the higher daily time frames. That 2-day bear div is a little bit alarming. You just don't want to ignore it. It doesn't mean we can't pump in the short term, but just don't ignore it. But yeah, you guys know all the key levels. You know how I'm feeling. Be safe out there, and let's see what Asia decides to do with this thing. With all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. The computer won't die this time at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. CandleMafia, the Stream Deck didn't work. The Stream Deck is broken because the computer restarted, so bear with me. With all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love each and every single one of you. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Hasta pasta, CandleMafia. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
Hey, Frankie Candles here. And I just want to say, shout out to the Pew Pew crew. You guys want to see my Pew Pew? Here we go. Here's the Pew Pew, guys. Hey, look at that. My Pew Pew say bing bong. It don't go Pew Pew. It goes bing bong. That's all I got, CandleMafia. Hey, shout out to someone who said, Wick said he kind of has a consistent outro message. And I was like, yeah, keyword kind of. So let's try this one more time. That's all the time I got for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to the Pew Pew crew. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Pew pew.
Tyler Ramos.